Iga Swiatek wins, and she gets it done in straight sets. Now, how does she do it? Let's take a look here. Now, I felt Donna Vekic played a pretty solid match. She did have 26 unforced errors. That definitely needed to be in the low teens to get the victory. Only 1 out of 7 break points. Too many opportunities. Iga was perfect on break points. The efficiency there is amazing. Now, the double fault she gave away, too many points there. 50% of her points won on serve. That's a little low. Now, I did feel Donna did attack the second serve, but if you factor in the mistake she made, for her to possibly get out of here with the win or at least force a third set, the unforced error count a little too high, and then just the consistency with converting on the pressure points way, way, way too low for a victory. Now the announcer asked was asked a question. How does she feel? How does she feel in terms of a comparison to Serena Williams? Is Iga fearful as Serena was in her prime, in her heyday? And the announcer said, no. The announcer said, look, Iga's still relatively young, and Serena was just a different animal. Serena essentially just dominated the tour. Serena was too strong, and opponents feared Serena because she also had a much better, dangerous serve. And I mean, I agree. I mean, I agree with the announcer. I just agree with her. I just think Serena was, and also, I think the tour was a lot more competitive when Serena played. I think the ladies were a lot more skilled. I don't necessarily think the ladies of today's generation on tour now. I think they're all talented. They're amazing athletes, amazing professionals. I just think Serena had a much more competitive league of competitors playing against her. Just, I mean, if we take a look, we can compare it if anyone likes basketball. Let's say that the time when Michael Jordan played, I think the league was very competitive then, and I think teams were better teams. Whereas now, I think athletes are better individual athletes, but I don't think the teams are better. I don't think they do a good job of the fundamentals, like, setting proper screens, running proper plays, rebounding properly, just the different types of drills. You take a look at players like Dennis Rodman and Charles Barkley and David Robinson. Those players were just trained defensively to make the game more competitive. You had ball stoppers back in those days. Nowadays, no one plays defense. It's more offense. And I just think the teams are just built around one or two superstars, whereas in the old days, all five players were talented and skilled and just had the fundamentals. So I think Serena played against a lot more fundamentally better players. Now players are just trying to get strong and overhit you off the court. But I agree with the announcer. I think Serena was a lot more feared. And of course, Iga's still young, but I do think opponents do fear Iga in the sense that she's very skilled and very, very, she has a very high IQ. But Elena Rybakina does not fear Iga, and that's her next opponent. Stay tuned.